From Emmaus High School, TV2 Sports brings you Lehigh Valley Conference football. Tonight is the Emmaus Green Hornets taking on the Allen Canaries. Hi and welcome everyone. Al DeCarlo alongside Doug Heater. Glad you can join us on this Friday evening in mid-October where we expect to have a good contest between these two teams. You know, you talk about arch rivals, talk Emmaus and Allen. 5-6 miles separating the two schools, and it should be an exciting one coming tonight. Allen with a record of 3-1 in the Lehigh Valley Conference, 6-1 overall. They're playing some very good football. Emmaus Green Hornets with a record of 2-2 in the LVC and 3-4 overall. And Doug, as we look at this matchup and talk about Kevin Rollins now in his sixth season, they're coming off a big win against Central Catholic a week ago, 34-16. But Kevin Rollins' team is really stepping up this year, each and every game.
Well, they've been very consistent, like you said, and talking to the coach before the game, bringing up last week's game, and I know we talked about it a lot last weekend, that was the kind of game the championship teams can suffer a setback in because of the weather against a rival like Central Catholic. They hadn't beaten them in about 4 seasons, and they'd always had tough ball games. And he said that game, at this point, you don't want to call it a turning point, but was a huge game for them. They did a lot of things in that ball game that they were impressed with, and especially winning it in poor weather. They've played consistent football throughout the season, and this is another big one for them tonight.
As you almost get hit from behind. Yeah, they're practicing behind us. Number 1 rated quarterback in the Lehigh Valley Conference is Mike Bernhardt, only a junior. He has thrown for 1,382 yards and a dozen touchdowns, and he can really find those receivers.
And that's exactly what he's been doing. He's finding a lot of receivers. Allen likes to spread the football around, and that's some of the things that they've been doing differently since the first couple weeks. You didn't want to say it was a one-dimensional team and it was all on the shoulders of Bernhardt, but what he's been doing over the last few weeks, he's been complemented well with the running game, and he's been mixing it up to multiple receivers. And as the season goes on, it's becoming more difficult for teams to defense against this Allen offense, and he's the reason why.
One of those receivers is a junior also, Eugene Clay, has 15 catches on the year for over 200 yards, and also for him, over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's been there clutch, only one catch last week against Central Catholic, but he's there when they need him.
We've been talking all season about the skill kids for Allen, and Eugene is one of the leaders. And as the season goes on, and as teams start to try to spread around and maybe leave these guys one-on-one single coverage, he's the receiver that's going to step it up. Great speed, great hands, has the ability to move with the football after catching it. And I expect these two to have a nice combination tonight, Bernhardt to Clay.
Well, here at Emmaus, Joe Baudelaire in his first season after coming over from Central Catholic, doing a fine job. The team is 3-4 on the year, 2-2, and should they win out, possibility of getting into the Eastern Conference, but one game at a time because there's lots of teams that can make the Eastern Conference right now. But they're coming off a big win against DRF 21-20 when they were down by 2 touchdowns. It says a lot about this team and this program.
It's a hard-working unit, and he now in his first season, obviously, it's going to take a little while for them to buy into the system. They've bought into the system. Now they need to learn it, and I think that's what's going on. He told us that this is the same offense that they ran last season with Central Catholic, but what they're doing is they're running the football more. When you watch this team tonight, expect them to run the ball probably 60-40% against the pass. They like to run, they like to establish the run, and play hard-nosed, aggressive defense. That's why this team in Emmaus has been in every game this season. Now, of their 4 losses, a combined 24-4 record. They lost to a lot of quality teams, and they've beaten some good ones, and that's what they hope to do tonight.
Well, they started under center with Brian Frazier, but that has changed. Mike Briscoe, only a sophomore, is the quarterback for the Green Hornets right now. His first start, or his first playing time game against Westchester. That's really when the team started turning it around. He has passed for 366 yards and only has a touchdown, but has rushed for 4 touchdowns, and he gives you both, the run and the pass. You don't know what he's going to do.
Well, Coach Baudelaire tells you he's a great athlete, and with that, again, you talk about youth, learning the system, stepping into the system, and doing more things each week, and that's what they're doing. He's a great athlete, can run the ball well, great size for a young quarterback. Learning the system is what's going to take some time. He's got a great arm. The receivers are starting to step it up. The running game is coming into play. So Briscoe, as the season's going on, is learning the system, and I think this is going to be a big test for him tonight.
Well, let's talk about one of those running backs, one of the premier running backs in the entire league, Matt Ernie, the senior. He comes into this contest with 112 rushes for 575 yards and 5 touchdowns. A lateral knee bruise he suffered a couple weeks back. Jamie Germani may see some action, but he still gives you that spark every time he touches the ball.
Well, Ernie, this team has talked about a very hard-nosed, blue-collar type team, and that's what they're referring to Emmaus, and they really have been over the last few seasons, but now they're hanging with teams. And Ernie is that guy. If you want to put one picture against his team and say this is what they're all about, it's him. He's hard-nosed on defense. He's going to be in on 90% of your tackles throughout a ball game, and he's playing with an injury. He's going to play through the injury. They know they need him in the backfield, but where he's going to be needed mostly tonight is at linebacker. Expect to see him have a big game.
Well, you mentioned Emmaus. If they can win out, possibility of getting into the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. What about Allen? A win tonight, that much closer to getting a district berth. We'll see what happens next on TV2 Sports.
At Lehigh Valley Hyundai, we're making it easy and affordable to drive home. Do the deal on a 2002 Hyundai Accent with $2,000 down, cash or trade for only $69.95 or $129 a month. Or do the deal on a 2002 Hyundai Elantra GLS with $2,000 down, cash or trade for just $96.95 or $179 a month. Plus, every Hyundai comes with the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty, 10 years of worry-free driving. At Lehigh Valley Hyundai, we're making it easy and affordable to drive home.
There was a time when working men and women had no one to turn to if they were injured on the job. Raised in a small coal mining community, Michael J. O'Connor witnessed firsthand this injustice. His father and grandfather, both working men, saw co-workers who were denied benefits and unable to support their families. Unsafe working conditions continue today. If you're being denied workers' compensation benefits, then call Michael J. O'Connor and Associates. Let us fight for your rights.
There really is no place like home. And there's no one like the ABE Doors and Windows man to make sure your home is completely secure and energy efficient. We rely on the finest manufacturers like Gorel. From bay windows to storm doors, they set the standard for quality, beauty, and dependability that will last a lifetime. When you want a company that lives up to its reputation, call the ABE Doors and Windows man. Because quality doesn't cost, it pays.
Hey, football fans! If you love dealing with a winning team, head to the leader, Kleckner's in Whitehall and Emmaus, featuring GE washers and dryers, GE dishwashers, GE microwaves, GE ranges, GE refrigerators. Plus, Kleckner's features free delivery, backed by their own factory-trained service department. Hurry in for best selection. Make us your last stop and see the savings on new GE appliances at Kleckner's, 2177 MacArthur Road in Whitehall and 575 Chestnut Street, Emmaus.
Welcome back to Emmaus High School. Al DiCarlo, Doug Heater. Glad you could join us on this Friday evening with a battle in the Lehigh Valley Conference between the Allen Canaries at 6-1 and the Emmaus Green Hornets at 3-4. The Emmaus coming off a win, come from behind against Deer of 21-20. They were down by 2 touchdowns. The Allen Canaries last week beat Central Catholic 34-16. Jason Troxel, one of the stars in the game, 14 carries, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Last winning season for the Allen Canaries as we wait for the toss. It was won by the Allen Canaries. They'll defer to the second half. 9-2-1 in 92 under Rich Nizak.
Now, the importance of this game, we talked about a little bit. You see Emmaus will receive. There's starting quarterback Mike Brusco. We talked about in the open, just a sophomore. And when you look at this game and how important it is for both teams, obviously Emmaus, 6-4 would be their best that they could do, and an Eastern Conference berth maybe not even in the cards. But they haven't had a winning season here in a long time, and that's obviously what they'd like to do. And I think they'd also like to set a tempo in these last 3 games of the season for the future, for next year, knowing they're full well they're going to be playing teams like this every week, Allen and teams like that, Parkland, next year. I think that's important for them, and obviously for the Canaries, it's simple. Right now they sit as a 2 seed in the District 11 4A berth, and win out, and they have a chance of going maybe up to 1. But obviously, as tight as District 11 4A is, you get a couple losses here and you may be sitting home that weekend. No
question about it. Well, we'll take a look at the district standings a little bit later. But, you look at a matchup like this and you take a look at he's only a sophomore, and it was Mike Briscoe. Very interesting when it comes to the 8 playing. And Briscoe comes in. He played in the Westchester East game. His first game in there came in substitution. The second drive by Brian Frazier, and since then this team has really turned it around, and lots of excitement in the Emmaus. You mentioned, and we talked to Coach Baudelaire about this, should they win out, they may get a berth, they may not get a berth. There's teams like Liberty and Deerhoff and a whole bunch of teams that could still make it to the Eastern Conference. So you can't, not really controlling your own destiny, but you got to control the way you win if there's that opportunity to get into the playoffs, whether it's the Eastern Conference or district play. So big things here tonight between the Allen Canaries and the Emmaus Green Hornets, and a great night for a football game here in mid-October.
It is. After what's happened the last couple of weekends and the last few days, obviously every night is a concern that these games are going to be postponed. But, you know, Emmaus, I talked about it, their opponents that have beaten them, the 4 losses, that combined 24-4. And they have played some good teams, and they will continue as the season goes on. And I think they're learning what it takes to win here in Emmaus, and hopefully they get a victory tonight.
This is also the last broadcast from this press box, and we think it's built in 1910 or so, and they're going to be changing here. The lights that are sometimes in the way of the broadcast and the TV, they will be moved also, and the scoreboard. And, you know, lots of changes here at Emmaus, and it starts little by little, and we expect, you know, some great things here. Michael Minnick to kick off. We are underway from Emmaus High School here on this Friday evening, and it's picked up by Kyle Wise, if I'm not mistaken, on the first carry of the game. And good field position to start here for about the 30-yard line or so.
The rumor is that this was built in 1910. That's what we were told. Rumors, you know,
it looks like 1888 over here.
You and I did games here.
Not taking a shot at Emmaus, but we realize that they're going to have a beautiful press box in the future. So
I did a game here actually on radio from outside on one of these platforms that our cameramen are located on tonight, and it turned out to be a better spot. So we're looking forward to it. You can see good here, but boy, the amenities will be better, and obviously the football is going to improve over the next couple of seasons with Joe Baudelaire here.
And Doug Heater actually did his first broadcast from in here, so it's like a little anniversary, a little homecoming for you, isn't it?
I guess you could say that, yeah.
First carry by Matt Ernie, not much there for the senior.
When we talked to Kevin Reynolds before the game, he said the defense continues to play well this season. You saw Matt Hoffman, big number 70, make the tackle. This is something that he's hoping to establish and has established throughout the season. The solid play from his defensive line and linebackers.
No gain, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line. Mace's first drive of the game. Split backs, they pitch this one back, and here comes the reverse. And this is Wise. Wise gets a nice block, moves forward, past the 40, and we'll get the first down. That's Weeder, excuse me.
When we talk to Joe Baudelaire and he talks about establishing the run, obviously as the season goes on, you're going to see some plays like this. A little over pursuit by the Allen defense. You see Brusco get in front just enough, get a piece of Matt Levin, 54. That's a nice run. Nice play call for that first down for Baudelaire. Open it up a little bit, letting Allen know that we're not going to just see a lot of basic runs and dives tonight.
Just underway for Emmaus High School, 10:51 remaining, first quarter. Briscoe under center, 2 receivers lined up to the far side of the field. Lone setback from the 43. They pitch it back to Ernie. Ernie crosses the 40, gets met right at the line of scrimmage, and is taken down. So good defense here on the early part by the Allen Canaries.
Nice tackle by Zeke Lane. You see him there, the junior, 32, comes up. Lane plays a linebacker spot on the 4-4. He'll come up and make a nice hit. See, they pull both the tackle and the guard on the left side, and there's Lane getting low. And that's where you got to tackle a back like Ernie. Big and strong up top. You got to go low around the legs and around the ankles.
No gain, ball still at the 43. 3 receivers to the far side. And this one handed off to Rob Eck on a counter. Couple down up to the 44.5. And he'll bring up a big 3rd down here, Doug.
A little inside reverse. Sean Parr trying to keep the defense honest. Nice play by 52, and that's Mike Gaumer from the linebacker spot. You see the linebackers, Lane and Gaumer, have done a nice job in this first series to read the keys, you know, staying at home on that reverse and coming back and making a nice tackle on that little inside handoff.
3rd and 8 from the 44. Briscoe trips to the far side once again. Lots of time, and someone moves.
Now the defense came first, and they got the offense to move. We'll see if they caught the offense on that one or not. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go against Emmaus.
It looked like the right guard may have jumped just a little bit soon.
Take a look at our referee tonight, Jake Diorio. The umpire tonight is Tom Cuba. Head linesman is Mike Engelstein. Line judge is Keith Heffelfinger. And Joe Marks is the back judge tonight, so that call will go against the offense.
So ball marked back at the 39.5. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 13.
That's a tough penalty, too, for Emmaus. They had been moving the ball well on this first drive, had a makeable 3rd down. Now they're going to sit a little bit longer.
Briscoe from the shotgun. 3rd and 13, 9 minutes, 8 seconds to play, and more movement.
I think they're going to go the other way with this one. Not unless they flinched a little bit on that football. Looks like Kleckner, 77, came across for the 2nd time. Yep,
I'll give it right back.
Yep, move 5 yards back. No, you can't blame an Allen defense for trying to be aggressive in this position. They know they've got a young quarterback. They also know, Allen defense does, that they have a size and strength advantage over Emmaus right now. That's one thing Emmaus is a little different this year. Over the last few seasons, a lot of size on an offensive line. They're a little bit smaller and stronger this season.
Back to 3rd down and 8. Briscoe with his first pass play of the night throws it, and there's a strike right into the hands of Rob Eck. Right at the 1st down marker, and it looks like they will move the chains. So they get the penalty right back, and they get those extra 5 yards, and they get the 1st down.
Well, that comes in as the leading receiver, 17 catches. Runs a great route. You can see runs just deep enough, about 4.5, 5 yards deeper than the sticks. Great second effort, but runs a great pattern because he runs that hook far enough to gain the 1st down, comes back to the football. That's a key pickup early part of the game for Emmaus offensively here.
Inside 9 to play, 1st quarter, no score. Opening drive of the game for the Emmaus Green Hornets. They stand at the 47 of the Allen Canaries. Briscoe on the option, pitches this one back, and not much there. Sean Parr with his 2nd carry of the night. Parr with 15 carries coming into the year for 52 yards.
Now we see a little option by Emmaus, and that's what Briscoe can give you, but again, defensed well. Gomer comes in, turns that play in, sends it back to the line, and lets those players make the tackle.
2nd and 10 from the 46. Briscoe, 3 receivers, 2 on the near side, 1 to the far side. Here comes a rush. Briscoe gets hit as he throws, but throws the completion downfield. His head, Yopes. Yopes, a 5'11" junior, with the catch, and Emmaus is in striking distance here early.
You know, Al, how we've been talking about confidence of Briscoe. Look at a ball that he delivers here over the coverage of number 2, Eugene Clay. Great protection, 3 drops, ball coming right at us, and looked into his hands by Yopes. That's a great pickup by Emmaus. That's what we're talking about, the experience that Briscoe is gaining, and he's showing it here. Very, very well-rounded for a young quarterback as just a sophomore.
From the 18, go back to the ground. Here's Ernie, splits through a couple defenders, gets inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. Nice pickup for Matt Ernie.
You know, we talked about the injury to Ernie. You see, he's going to come in, gain a carry, come back out. They don't want to overuse him in offense because he is so important on the defensive side of the ball. We got a Emmaus player injured right now. Brian Reese, number 70, the left guard. He's a little slow to get up.
Ed Zellner out there, the trainer for the Emmaus Green Hornets. Now, when they get back to action, it's going to be 2nd down and 6 from the 14-yard line. This drive started at the 30-yard line, Doug. A couple penalties, but really moving the ball effectively. Had the pass to Eck, then had the nice pass there downfield from Briscoe again. He's been on target on both of his pass completions.
He comes into this game. It's an important ball game, and he looks very comfortable back there first drive, and that's why I think Emmaus was glad that they got the ball first. This is the kind of drives that Emmaus has built on this season. First drives of the ball game, they're going to chew up the clock. They like to mix it up, and they've been effective. Now, though, in the past, Emmaus hasn't scored. Now they must.
Receivers split, 1 on either side. 2nd down and 6 from the 14. And they stay on the ground, and it's Parr. Parr maybe gets back to the 14, maybe closes a little yard closer to about the 13.5. And again, we'll bring up a 3rd down.
You know, in one of Emmaus's losses this season, 24-6 to Reading, which was actually the worst of their 4, Joe Baudelaire told us they fell behind early, had a nice drive from their 1 all the way down to the 9. and were able to get in there, get close, but they were unable to score, and it got away from it a little bit. And that's what they don't want to have happen. You got a young team, you got a young quarterback, you get an opportunity like this to drive, you got to come away with some points.
3rd and 5 from the 14. Lone setback is Ernie. Briscoe under center. They pitch this one back to Ernie. Ernie gets popped right at the 14-yard line. Huge hit there. And they'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, with Zeke Lane, oh man, you could hear that. Helmet to helmet, helmet to pad, all the way up here. First of all, you got Gomer coming in on a blitz, and he nearly gets Briscoe before he can pitch to Ernie. Watch his shot, bang, and that's textbook. You got a helmet right on his shoulder of Matt Ernie coming in. Look at him read the run, turns it in, makes a nice tackle. Nice tackle. That's big, because if Ernie's able to slip past Lane, he maybe scores a touchdown, but at least gets a 1st down. Big play on 3rd down.
Yep. They mark the ball to 12. They need 3 yards. They'll go for it here. 5:55 on the clock, no score. Adam Carrolley lines up in the slot. Briscoe, he's going to run with it, has some running room, and gets bounced and taken down. It looks like he will get the 1st down. So they take Briscoe out of the pocket, and it works effectively.
And that's what we talk about with the athletic ability, the mobility of this quarterback, Mike Briscoe. He's got good blocking up front. You can see the speed. He's looking for Wise in the end zone who's open, but a smart move because he knows he only needs a 1st down. And that's what he's going to give you. And that's what the defense round is aware of. They know when he gets out of the pocket like that he has the ability to tuck it under and run. And that's why they laid off a little bit. And Briscoe took advantage of what the defense gave him, gets a 1st down.
5:24 on the clock. This is Ernie. Ernie through the middle, gets popped at the 5. So a 2-yard pickup for Ernie. And I bring up 2nd down. A very good drive here for Emmaus. And Doug, you look at the Emmaus Green Hornets, where when we talked to Joe Baudelaire, he said earlier in the season they started at the 1-yard line. I believe he said it was against Reading, or was it Westchester? I'm not sure. And got all the way down to the 4-yard line. They couldn't score, but they showed how they could just drive the ball downfield.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. This is a great drive, and it's been very impressive. But if they come away with even maybe a field goal, they're not going to be satisfied.
And look at the clock. Hand this one off, and it's Parr. No signal yet. Yes, touchdown. So Emmaus on the scoreboard. Sean Parr from 4 yards out. Green Hornets on top, 6-0.
First touchdown of the season for Sean Parr, rushing the football, and that's a great drive to start the ball game for Emmaus. Now Allen deferred and wanted to put their defense on the field, so if you get the opportunity to touch that football first, that's the kind of drive you want to get. They mix it up well, running and throwing, but most importantly for Emmaus, they put the ball in the end zone at the end.
Tom Viscuso, the sophomore, for the point after. And another whistle. We'll have another flag. Over a 7-minute drive by the Emmaus Green Hornets.
They have Allen line it up in the neutral zone. That's why the whistle came before they snapped.
Doug, this is why we like to have our TV monitors, because that light post was in the way there as we look down there.
Yeah, now I see what you're talking about. I haven't been here in 4 years, so I see what you mean. You're right.
Well, Viscuso looking for the point after. A packed house here at Emmaus. Great crowd here in this October evening. The snap, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights, and Emmaus on a 70-yard drive on top early, 7-0.
I talk about the undersize, if you will, of the Emmaus offensive line, but that doesn't mean they're not strong, and they showed it on this drive. Watch them fire off the ball. Nice block in the backfield by the fullback for Emmaus, and just that extra effort coming at us. Straight ahead block. They do a nice job to tie up Lane. You see 32 get tied up. They run away from Gomer, and Parr reaches out just enough at the end to get that in the end zone. That's a great drive. Now for Allen, they've got to answer. When we talked to Kevin Ronalds before the game, he said he obviously would like to jump on top of this team early and maybe create something. They didn't do that defensively. Now Bernhardt's had a chance with Clay to sit over there, talk about it a little bit. Now they need to answer, does Allen.
It was Sean Parr with the 6-yard touchdown run, and they moved the ball and gave lots of players an opportunity there in that drive. 13-play drive, 68 yards. And And there's only 4:38 here on the clock. Doug, can you imagine Allen deferred, get their defense on, and Emmaus says we're going to go on the scoreboard first. We expect a hard-fought game tonight.
And that's what Emmaus opponents have gotten all season. Exactly that. We expected it. Teams have expected it. This is the kind of team. You want to call them mutters, you want to call them luggers. These guys are going to scratch and claw throughout the ball game, and that's the kind of season they've had. They're not going to win by big scores. They're going to lug it out throughout the ball game, and that's what I think Allen's getting in store for tonight.
Viscuso kicks this one off, and it's taken by Mike Fernandez at about the 10. Fernandez cuts to the far side of the field, and he's still moving upfield. Fernandez spins and turns and gets knocked down at the 24, and that's where the Canaries will start, from the 24-yard line.
Nice return. Nice return by Fernandez to set up Allen in some nice field position. You know, you get over the 20-yard line, you're satisfied with that. Now we'll see what the Emmaus defense is made of. You see Matt Ernie, number 10, expect to see him in on an awful lot of plays. He will not leave the field on defense. You saw them shuttle him in on offense, but he will stay on the field when this Green Hornets defense is on the field against Allen.
Yeah, lateral knee bruise. He suffered a couple weeks back. He's been getting better each and every practice. Now for the first time with 4:29 on the clock, Canaries right to the air do they go. And that pass completion is to Ryan Long for a first down. Ryan Long, a cousin to all our Long brothers that work at Service Electric TV2, makes the first catch.
Long is one of these players, as the season goes on, has excelled in this system. Long comes in 16 catches for 239 yards. And you saw they went at Ernie. Ernie dropping back. You're going to see a 3-4 or 4-4 defense by Emmaus tonight to lay back a little bit against this passing attack.
1st and 10 from the 37. Bernhardt looking through the air. Instead, he's going to take it himself. Sees an open lane and marches forward to about the 45. So a good run there and a good look by Michael Bernhardt, the junior quarterback.
We talk about Brusco's size. Bernhardt, good size as well. 6'2" and 210, drops back, sees the coverage, may have been designed to run that draw, and that's a pickup. Now, when we talk about Brusco's athletic ability, Bernhardt has it as well. The numbers are not going to stagger you because of the sacks, but he can run the football, as he showed on that play.
3:34 remaining, opening quarter. 7-0 Emmaus. 2nd down and 2 from the 45. Bernhardt under center. In motion to the far side is Kareem Adams. They go to the ground. This is brother Hakeem Adams, and it looks like he'll move the chains. His first carry of the game.
That's a nice play call. You come out with 4 wides. You run 1 receiver in motion far side to try to open up the defense a little bit, get the linebackers away from that gap where they wanted to run, and Allen converts on a 1st down. And Kevin Ronalds, you know, he knows the importance of these games as the season goes on. Allen has Becca and Deeruff the next couple weeks. So you don't want to say that this is a must win, but it might have to be. They've got a tough schedule coming up over the next couple weeks, as this game is going to be tonight.
1st and 10 from the 48. Bernhardt taking his time under center. 2 receivers lined up on the near side. Ryan Long and Adams. They look to the near side, and that is Eugene Clay, and that goes in and out of his hand. It looked like Clay may have been looking upfield a little bit before that catch.
15 catches coming in for Eugene, 431 yards, 5 touchdowns, best on the team receiving, but that's exactly what happened. He's going to catch this 9 out of 10 times. Good protection, and Clay runs off the defender and turns and just kind of looks down and says, boy, that should have been in my hands. And they're going to go his way a lot tonight, especially if Emmaus lays off him like they did.
Well, Fernandez one-on-one coverage with Jake Weeder to the near side of the field. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Motion man is Michael Watson, and instead they go to the ground. And there he goes. That's Hakeem Adams. Didn't look like he had anything there, and he made something out of nothing. He busts through the hole and gets down to about the 45.
Hakeem coming in, 32 carries for 133 yards, workman-like numbers, and that's a nice draw play against what the Emmaus defense expected was going to be a passing down and over pursuit. They split him out again with that motion, opened things up a little bit. That's a nice run by Allen.
2:17 on the clock, 7-0 Emmaus. 3rd down and a long 3 from about the 46. Bernhardt to throw right on the button for the 1st down. Well, sees downfield Eugene Clay, and does Bernhardt make it look so easy? Wow.
Watch the block, first of all, by number 9, Hakeem Adams in the backfield. It opens it up. You see it there. Clay, that time, looks it right into his hands. He runs off the defender. I talked about it earlier, how the Emmaus receivers ran a good route. Clay runs a good one, too. Knows how much he needs. The out, runs down to the first down sticks a little farther and hooks out. And that's what Bernhardt's going to give you, a very accurate passer. He excels on those out patterns.
Allen marching down to the 33-yard line. Motion Kareem Adams to the far side. They pitch this one back to Hakeem. Gets a lead block, and Hakeem tries to make the turn. Doesn't get much. And clock continues to tick away here in the first quarter, down to 1:51.
There's a nice play by number 35, Andrew Morrissey, for Emmaus on the defense. He's a sophomore. You can see he leads the defense, calls the play. Watch them string this sweep out. They got the blockers in front. Watch 35 come through right there from behind, knifes through. Nobody blocks him. But that play is set up. You know, Morrissey gets the tackle, but the corners and the defensive ends string that play and force it back in. He makes a nice stop.
Second down and 9 from the 32. 1:23 on the clock, first quarter. 7-0 Green Hornets. Bernhardt gets popped as he throws this one incomplete. And that may be one of the biggest hits he's seen all night and all year. He was looking downfield for Ryan Long. He just got hammered on a blitz.
Now, Emmaus has got a jailbreak blitz. They bring everybody but the corners and the safeties on this one, and there's just not enough bodies to pick up the blitzing linemen. Watch him coming. Oh, nice shot. Hayburn was the one that delivered that tackle, or delivered that hurry. But, you know, Emmaus is going to come at you with stuff like that tonight to try to throw the timing off a little bit, and it was that pressure that forced Bernhardt to throw it over the head.
No question. 3rd and 9 from the 32. Kareem Adams in motion. Bernhardt to throw. Here comes the blitz again, and he gets hit hard again. Throws it downfield, incomplete. And that one looked like it may have been a little high as he came up, but these players are really coming in, Emmaus.
Yeah,
wow.
That's Morrissey that time coming in. They're coming at him again. They know it's a passing down, and they're going to come at him. And Bernhardt really hung in there and waited to the last second, looking for Adams downfield, and nearly got it to him. But again, that pressure forced Bernhardt to throw that one away. Watch Morrissey come in, gets up too, and forces that throw hard. And boy, about a half a second earlier, and he'd have had that one tipped, maybe would have gone the other way.
Sean Parr, the lone touchdown, 6-yard touchdown run with 4:38 on the clock. Emmaus converted on 4th down. Allen trying to do the same. 4th and 9 from Emmaus' 32-yard line. Long in motion to the near side. Bernhardt to throw, gets hit again, and incomplete. And Bernhardt in 3 plays has got hit hard, all 3 plays, and Emmaus defense holds here, and a huge drive negated here by the Green Hornets.
Now, it's a huge defensive series for a couple reasons. Here's one of them. Watch this. Bang. Another shot on Bernhardt. The first reason is obviously they kept Allen from scoring any points, but the second one is you've now put in quarterback Bernhardt's head that they're coming at you. They're banging him and banging him. They haven't sacked him yet, but they're hitting him enough, and he's going to think about that now while he sits over on the sideline.
Emmaus will start now from the 32. 1:04 on the clock, leading 6-0. It's been a long time to see Briscoe's got the ball also in his hands. Both teams are really holding on to that ball for a pretty significant amount of time.
So Ryan Long is a cousin of the Longs?
Yep, one of those cousins.
You cannot go anywhere without seeing one. Let me tell you, my son's playing flag football this year, right? Their dad was at the game. They played Blue Valley this week, and their father shows up. I mean, you cannot go anywhere to see sporting events without running into a Long somewhere, and we've got another one here tonight.
Well, we probably had a couple working for us tonight, and then on the truck that's at our other game, probably another 4 or 5 tomorrow. Yeah, all over the place. Inside 30 to play, 2nd down and 9 from the 33. Briscoe to throw, and now he gets stumbled up, tries to bounce over a couple defenders and gets taken down. So lots of pressure there by the Allen Canaries. 15 seconds, likely the last play of the first quarter.
Matt Levin's going to get this one. Watch him work hard. There's Levin, 54, nice spin. Stays with it, and there he makes the sack. And big Ed Favors, number 68, who comes in at over 300 pounds, finishes that one off.
Well, when we come back, it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Green Hornets. They lead after 1, 7-0.
Hey, get that cat off your lap and get to school. Get an education and get a brand new laptop computer there instead. Call Allentown Business School now at 888-806-0808. Enroll in one of our diploma or associate degree programs and you can be on your way to a super career. And pick up your laptop. Get a leg up on your future. And a laptop to boot. Call Allentown Business School now at 888-806-0808.
We'll take you into the huddle a little bit. Joe Bottolari talking to his troops. They lead after 7-0 on a 6-yard touchdown run by Sean Parr. It was a 13-play drive for 68 yards. That came at the 4:38 mark, and now they have the ball back after holding on and dug a very good first quarter, no question, for the Emmaus Green Hornets.
They would be very satisfied if you tell Joe Bottolari that before the game you're going to come out of the first quarter leading 7-0 and allowing Allen to touch the ball just once. He'd be very pleased with that. And I think now, as we talk about believing in a system, learning the system, getting more mature in it, that's what we're seeing with Brusco and his whole team. These guys are starting to become believers in themselves. They became believers against Becca and against Parkland, and now with a nice lead, they're really starting to believe that tonight.
3rd and 10 from the 32. Brusco looks downfield, no one there, and now he's going to have to throw on the run if he can. Delivers it as he throws, and that one incomplete. Good coverage, no pass interference called by Hakeem Adams. He was right there on Jake Weeder.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if Brusco's allowed to throw that ball, he's got Weeder cutting across the middle, one-on-one, open. Good coverage downfield, too.
Kraus Dodge trivia question for tonight. 2 Allen graduates have gone on to play in the National Football League and win Super Bowl championships. Who are they, and what NFL team did they do it with? So that's our Kraus Dodge trivia question for the night. Doug Heater has no clue, as usual.
I got one.
Yeah,
the other one, I'm a little too young for that.
Yeah, the first one's easy.
Yeah, young,
you always get the easy one. All right, Brusco to kick off. This is Fernandez. Oh, he's so dangerous when he gets the ball. Let's see if he can do something here. Tries to make the turn. Nothing there as he's taken down in the play, I believe, by Kyle Wise. Wise has done it on both sides of the ball here.
Yeah, and he stayed with him. You're right. Special teams, which actually turned out to be the difference last week when they played Deerf by winning the extra point.
That little move has worked in the past. He's got a couple of run backs.
Oh, he stays with him. You know what? Wise puts that right arm up, too, tries to knock the football loose. Stays with him. Hard work. That's what we're seeing by both of these teams tonight.
Take it easy, Doug. With those arms that you're putting up, you're moving my way. You're going to punch me out, and you're going to be by yourself in this press box.
Which was built, what was it, 1910? We heard the rumor?
Rumor 1910. I say 1857. I don't know.
Yeah, we got
Allen for the 21.
Now, our director tonight, Dave Donio, we had a nice discussion before the game. He went to Moravian Prep before it became a Moravian Academy. Now, they do not have a football team, did not have one while Dave was there, but he told me that 1910, ironically, was the year that Moravian Prep was the state football champions in Pennsylvania.
You know, we should just make more trivia questions. You know, and
there's one that you know we can hang on to.
It's a beautiful thing. Let's not get carried away.
Jake on the release.
Start of the second quarter, 2nd down and 11 for the Allen Canaries. Ball right on the 20-yard line. Lots of time here for Bernhard, but we expect it. We've seen this in the past. Bernhard likes to see the defense. Off his back foot, throws that one quickly, and that one's picked off by Jake Weeder. Weeder looking to make the run back and gets down to about the 33. It looked like there was a lot of time there for Bernhard to throw the ball, and Weeder was just waiting for that one and gets the interception. So a huge turnover by the Canaries.
You know, the hits are starting, you know, Bernhard's starting to think about these hits. He's got a lot of time, but he just overthrows the intended receiver who is long down there, and Weeder's waiting for it. Good coverage, throwing a little bit too much for Long, who's unable to catch up to it, and then Weeder gets a great return. Look, Allen knew they were going to have themselves a game. A lot of people weren't sure how this was going to go, but Emmaus has come to play, and this has been a great first quarter and a half for the Green Hornets.
Well, Canaries now find themselves back on defense. Handling Brusco from the 34. They go to the ground, and this is Parr. Parr jumps over a defender down to about the 31.
Now Emmaus is right in their style. They're going to start banging heads a little bit more. He'll take these 2- and 3-yard dives. You know, these guys are satisfied with 3.5, 4 yards. Look at the blocking up front. Parr reaches out, gains a little bit extra. They're content doing this right now. They have a lead. They're playing good defense. They're settling in, and I like to take a little bit more time off this clock.
Pickup of about 3 from Allen's 31. Receiver split. That's Germani, excuse me, on his first carry, and he spins around and gets to the 25. And maybe a first down.
Now, Mike Gomer met Jamie Germani face to face, but this play, first let's take a look at the hit by Gomer. Watch the leg drive Germani. There's no give up. And that's a big linebacker you've got. Gomer's extremely strong and weighs over 200 pounds, but the leg drive continues on. And he gains almost 5 additional yards.
Yep. Down to the 25. 3rd down and 1 from the 25-yard line. Briscoe, we've seen him roll. And this is Parr. Parr dives forward and gets the first down.
He's close, but I think just enough.
Here, those poles aren't in the way in this one.
Oh, and there's Emmaus. You know, Parr's content, going to dive over that line, put his head down and fall forward, get just enough. Not that he planned on getting this close to the first down markers, but this is the kind of offense they've been running this season. And even at any point of the game, if they're down a little bit, and it doesn't even matter who they're playing, they're very content running the football and establishing this season.
Doug, I got my vision from here. It's a first down. They're going to move these chains in and take a look.
I agree with you. I'm going to agree here.
A couple links to the chain. You kidding me?
See that?
0 for 1 on the night already.
I think the end of that was a little elastic. That's awfully long there at the end.
I think they extended that stick just a little bit.
Watch Parr right there get the foot of the fullback. That's Adam Caverly. That's why he dives forward. Luckily, well, Caverly came out. Luckily, he's okay. Big 4th down.
So you should never listen to me when I say it's a first down. 4th and 1 for Briscoe. Moves forward. There wasn't that much there. Allen says no.
I think he got it now.
Got that extra effort as he pushed his way forward. And initially he didn't get it.
Tell you what, though, good line surge by that Allen Canary defensive line. Yes, I don't know, Al. This is close.
That's the spot where they put it. John Mills, our stat guy, says first down. And all our viewers are not listening to us anymore. Well, they got it. They didn't get it by much. The extra effort. It looked like he didn't get it the first time, then pushed his way to the left. And we'll get a good look at it right there. And yeah, first down, half the football. So 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions for the Emmaus Green Hornets.
Just a matter of, at that time, wanting it more. A good line surge by that Canary defensive line, but extra effort by Briscoe on that quarterback keeper to get just enough to keep this drive going.
First and 10 from the 24. May's doing a great job of taking so much time off the clock. Briscoe on the fake, has a receiver, and tries to lift it. Dougie had him right on the money. That was Andrew Morrissey. And he just decided to lead him instead of maybe putting into his chest on the run.
You know what, though? This is a great play, because first we got the first look of play action tonight and how well Briscoe can run. So watch the play action. Very good. We even think it's going that way. Look at him wait and wait and wait and deliver just a little bit too much. And you know what? That's going to come throughout the games this year, next year, and the year after. That's going to come. That's a great play call, and he just missed him by a little bit. Don't be surprised if you see Emmaus go to that play again.
2nd down and 10 from the 24. Briscoe lines up his offense. Hands this one up to Jamie Germani. Germani, the sophomore, gains a couple. On the season, 67 carries, 262 yards for the sophomore.
You know, Emmaus, these uniforms resemble the Packers. And Briscoe wears number 4. That's Brett Favre. And you know what he's doing, too, is he's carrying out the fakes after the handoff that you see Brett Favre do an awful lot of. Right there on that play, Briscoe, after he handed it off, went with the fake. That, you know, that plays into the minds of the defenders. If they're looking and trying to key on the quarterback, that's big as the game will go on.
Do I get fantasy points if he puts up Favre numbers?
No.
Okay, 3rd down and 9. Here's Briscoe. These are fantasy numbers if he can complete this pass, and does. Touchdown, Emmaus. Looks downfield, and he gets Jake Weeder for the touchdown from 23 yards out. And Emmaus leads 13-0.
First touchdown reception of the season for Weeder and his second touchdown pass of the season for Mike Brusco. And boy, does he deliver a great ball. He outfights Adams, does Weeder, for that one. What a drive by Emmaus. And, you know, just enough passing. We thought on the first down incompletion it might put him in a hole, but boy, this offense is really well oiled tonight.
Point after coming up by Tom Viscuso. And this one through the uprights, and it's 14-0 Green Hornets after a nice pass completion by Brusco to number 21, the junior, Jake Weeder.
And he had the game-winning touchdown last week against Deerup, did Weeder, from Brusco. So his second touchdown catch. Watch this. Now watch Adams has inside position, or that's Lane over there, or excuse me, Eugene Clay. But you see Weeder just out-jump him, out-fight him for that one? That's a great play. Great play on that little fade. And that's the confidence in your quarterback, confidence in your receiver that he can go up one-on-one and steal that one away. And that's exactly what they did.
Now, he mentioned the Allen Canaries. They've only one loss this season, 36-8 when they lost to Freedom. But you look at all their other games, they gave up 21 points to Easton in a win. They gave up 2 to East Stroudsburg South. They shut out Pocono Mountain West. 28-6 against Liberty. And then there's 14 to Harrisburg and 16 to Central Catholic in a win. Scoring drive, 7 plays, 43 yards, 23-yard pass to Weeder from Mike Brusco.
Oh, this Allen team, I mean, they've had some great ball games this season, and the one against Freedom, which we saw here on TV2, which took 2 days to complete, was their lone down game. I talked about last week where they answered the bell in bad weather. They're going to have to come back against this one. This is a quality ball game, and they're playing a team that's really hungry right now. Allen, good or bad week of practice, doesn't matter. They've got themselves a big ball game tonight. 7
plays, 34 yards. Touchdown to Weeder. It's 14-0. Back to action. Hakeem Adams brings it up to about the 27. So the Canaries really find themselves down early for the first time in a long time with 7:36 on the clock.
Oh, that's exactly it. And they've been in tough ball games all season, but now they got to answer it. You know, against Freedom, they fell behind, and it kind of got away from them a little bit. And that's what they can't let happen to them tonight. Bernhardt's had a chance to think about what's going on in those 2 series, get a chance to think about that interception and get that out of your mind, and now come back. Plenty of time. Yep, this Allen offense has the weapons to strike quickly, and they're not going to go away from what they've been trying to do all season or tonight. But this is going to be a statement drive. They need to at least move the ball a little bit to keep Emmaus' defense honest.
1st and 10 from the 28. Michael Watson in motion. They go to the ground, and that's Jason Troxel. Troxel was effective a week ago, scoring 2 touchdowns. He was 14 carries, 84 yards, and 2 scores in there for the Allen Canaries.
When we talked to Kevin Ronalds before the game, he talked about Troxel. He said, you know, talk about him a little bit, and he said, well, he had a hot hand last week, and we rode him, and that's what they're going to try to do here. They need a player, does Allen, to step up and make a play, and they're going to try Troxel a little bit. Allen also found out last week that they can run the football, and that may be where they're going here tonight.
7 minutes remaining. First half, 14-0. Canaries down. Bernhardt. Here comes a rush again. Just flips this one out into the hands of Green Adams. He's dangerous. Got some running room. Watch Adams. Breaks another tackle and gets all the way down to the 45-yard line. So as Emmaus brings the blitz, Allen makes him pay from the pass from Bernhardt to Adams.
Now, you talk about a blitzing defense, and that's a great answer call, and that's the screen. They execute it well. They let the linebackers come in. He waits the last second as Bernhardt drops it off. He gets a great block downfield by number 70, Matt Hoffman. That's a big lineman, a tackle, 265 pounds, getting down the field on a screen and delivering a key hit. That was a good play call and well executed by Allen to answer what was a very, very aggressive Emmaus defense.
26-yard pickup by Kareem Adams. Take a look at our schedule for Saturday. Liberty and Parkland, a replay. Then Yale against Lehigh live at 1 o'clock. Wilson, Penn Argyl, a replay of this game out in Emmaus. And the Emmaus Halloween Parade. Emmaus all over the place on our Saturday schedule. 1st and 10 from the 46 of Emmaus. Bernhardt. That goes in and out of the hands of Eugene Clay as that one pops out.
It's starting to become Halloween parade time, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They're all over.
Yeah, we've started our parades, and we go into the mix of, I don't know, 8, 9 parades in 2 weeks.
Through the hands of Clay again. You know, he would talk about what Bernhard was thinking, hearing footsteps, and you know, Clay might have been looking there, and they're going back to him. They'll go back to him again. He made a big catch earlier, but these guys know Emmaus is hitting hard out there, and I think that's starting to weigh heavy in the minds of the Canaries. 2nd
and 10 from the 46, 6:41 on the clock. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on Service Electric TV2 Sports. Al DiCarlo, Doug Heater. 14-0. Emmaus. Here comes the rush again. And after stumbling, Isaiah Brantley may have just picked up the first down.
He comes out. Look at Bernhard wait underneath. Brantley lines up in that slot, comes across the middle. Parr makes a nice tackle. I mean, that's a first down saver for sure. And that saves that from being a big pickup. But Brantley trying to get some receptions. That's a nice pickup.
On Sunday, Wilson against Penn-Argyl. Then Saucon Valley Halloween Parade. Then the Emmaus Parade once again. Saucon Valley Parade. Sabrosa Video. Pop TV with Chris Lyon and WXW Wrestling. So parades and football and wrestling and Pop TV and Sabrosa Video and Doug Heater's own show. I don't know. That's next probably. Here's the first down.
You start your day with Wilson Penn-Argyl. Yes, I did. And you end it with Mike Mittman.
It's not happening,
pro wrestling.
So you know.
Oh. Well, maybe that would sometime.
Hey, starting your day with football and ending with Mike Mittman. That's a day in itself. You're right.
Exactly. You throw a couple parades in there, and that's something special.
Full plate on Sunday. Who needs the NFL, right?
You know, you have the energy of Mike Mittman on a Sunday night at about 10 o'clock doing wrestling. It's an interesting night.
Well,
and I believe Offa's that's tomorrow or Sunday night. He's going to be taken into the ring. Am I right?
That's correct, I
yes.
believe.
See,
1st and 10. Doug's on it.
Come on,
from the 34. Bernhard to throw. He's been on target here on this drive, and this one complete downfield. A perfect strike right into the hands of who else? Ryan Long. Long on the year, coming in with 16 receptions for 239 yards and 4 scores. Makes another one here tonight.
I've been talking so much about Brusco, and look at the delivery here to Ryan Long. The coverage leader. Watch Bernhard stay with us. I mean, he has been banged around, and he knows it. He's got a big play completed to Ryan Long, but business is not finished just yet. Bernhard trying to answer what Emmaus and Brusco have been doing by coming down and delivering key passes, and that was a big one.
.5:33 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 12. Split backs for the Canaries. Play action. Bernhard has some running room. Decides to throw this one, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Eugene Clay. So Clay's had a couple passes thrown his way, and they've been bouncing out.
But the play action, I mean, it bides Bernhard. Watch the play action by Bernhard time. Watch. Look at the linebackers going in. Morrissey is one of them. He's got a couple receivers open, goes to Clay, and again, in and out, and there's the delivery by Brusco, but in and out of the hands of Eugene Clay. He's had a couple drops.
Doug, I don't know if you saw that, but Michael Watson was wide open on the far side of the field, standing there with no one behind him as a defender.
Yeah, he'll let the coaches know. They'll look that way in the future of this game.
They can get a first down at about the 1.5. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Bernhard has that lane, throws it. This one close to the first down, touchdown.
Boy, Matt Ernie.
Isaiah Brantley, I believe.
It was Brantley who made the catch, and that's extra effort by Brantley to roll backwards into the end zone. Ernie comes in and delivers a shot that we thought kept Brantley out of the end zone. Nice answer drive by Allen. That was a big spot. They needed to come up big on that drive to get back in this game, and they did it, and it didn't take too long.
I know, Micah Minnick for the point after. And Canaries, we won't say they were out of it because they're such a good football team. Well, they're on the scoreboard, and it's 14-7 at the 5:19 mark. So it only takes them about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to strike right back. 12-yard touchdown pass from Bernhard to Isaiah Brown.
Here's the 13th touchdown pass of the season. Watch Brantley right there get just enough into the end zone. Now, Ernie was slow to get up. Boy, he delivered a shot. Bernhard, see how comfortable he got in the pocket on this last drive because of the protection? Brantley looks it into his hands, covers up, and falls backwards. That's a great drive. But you saw Bernhard on that drive. They did a little bit different. The screen pass opened up a little bit as far as not bringing the defense for Emmaus as much. The line blocking was much better, and Bernhard seemed a lot more comfortable.
There you see 8 plays, 72 yards. The pass play to Brantley. And it didn't take much time. They had the ball started at 7:36. It's been Emmaus really has been eating up the clock.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to try to do here and obviously come away with points, but you got 5:19 to go before the half. A nice drive, choose a little bit more of that up. They don't want to let Allen right back in this game. Allen hasn't played poorly. Emmaus has just outplayed them. But, you know, one play gets them back in and ties this game again.
I was just going to say, Doug, these 5 minutes, the way Emmaus has controlled the ball here. You go in the locker room up 14-7, you have to be really pleased. You know, you just want to control the clock here. Should you punch something in, don't give that opportunity to Allen to get back into the game. Minute with the kickoff. This one rolls off of Kyle Wise. Now Wise will try to make the turn, and Wise gets pushed back to the 5-yard line. Still trying to make his up, and they got a face mask going to be called here on the Allen Canaries.
Now there was a penalty flag on that return. These are going to offset now because they had a block in the back against Emmaus on this return. So unfortunately for Allen fans, they're going to get a face mask at the end. You see Wise pick it up. There's the block in the back, the push that goes on the top of your screen. And then you're going to get the face mask. Lane's going to string it out, and an inadvertent right there. More so, he got it with his forearm than he got it with his hands. But he came across the face and turned it just enough.
Yeah, Creasure is going to get hit with the block in the back.
Yeah, they got a 15-yarder on that one. I mean, that looked ugly. You could see it wasn't intentional by Lane, but it looked bad, and that's why they called a 15-yarder. So they offset.
Oh, hi, how are you? They're not responding. I guess they don't have the headgear on, they can't hear us.
No,
right?
You're right. No.
Doug, you're not as humorous as you once were. Must be your age creeping up at you at 43.
Yes, it is.
So the penalty's offset. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on Service Electric TV2 Sports as we're here from Emmaus High School.
Yeah, they're going to kick this one again. Now, let's see. Let's mark that down to see what happens. If that, if that face mask isn't called, if Lane doesn't sneak an arm in there, they got that strung out well. Let's see if Emmaus can take advantage of a second opportunity.
It's like it never happened. Great crowd on hand here at Emmaus on both sides of the field.
And this may be one of the biggest crowds we've had of games that we've done this season.
No question.
It's a great crowd tonight for a big ball game.
Minute to kick off. Weeder and Wise set back. This one popped over. And it's going to be Wise. And after that penalty, a big difference here for the Green Hornets as they move up across the 30.
No, you're exactly right.
That was Weeder.
Yeah, they got better field position out of that for sure.
Yeah, you line up 31 and 21 back there. Sometimes it's tough, so I apologize to our viewers. Sometimes I don't see that number.
Now it's just we talk about what Emmaus needs to do offensively for Allen. Obviously, they like to force a 3 and out and get the field position back and get a chance to strike again. And if anything, they haven't, in a sense, stopped Emmaus tonight. Emmaus has done a good job on what they've been doing all season, establishing something and doing. And we got a new quarterback in there. We got number 13, Brian Frazier, coming in.
We'll start from the 33. Brian Frazier is in at QB. And Joe Larry said Frazier will get some runs in there, some action. Frazier, of course, the junior. 22 of 67, 379 yards on the season.
Brusco played a lot as a tailback when Frazier was a quarterback, so I think you might see maybe a little 1-2 punch or not. But whether they bring Frazier in just to get some action, and he may have a little bit stronger arm if they got to run it down the field a little bit.
From the 35, they stay on the ground, and that's par. And they'll bring up a third down. So Allen, the defense, doing a great job here with 4:20 on the clock.
Yeah, and it's Gomer again, 52. He and Lane have had a big game, a solid game defensively, and he's going to be called upon to make some plays here to stop Emmaus. Emmaus is content and very willing to run the football on first and second down, trying to gain those 10 yards on 3 runs.
Third and 5 from the 38, inside 4 to play first half. Frazier will go to the air for the first time tonight, and a completion downfield. A perfect pass to Eck. Eck actually had a come back and get that one. And he will move the chains inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line.
Oh, this is a great pass. I mean, Frazier comes in cold, delivers a bullet on that slant to Eck, who turns his body behind him and makes a big catch. See Tauber get up, nearly got a piece of that one, 74. It goes over his hands. Eck looks it in. That's a big completion on a third down. That was a crucial pickup. Boy, Frazier, that's tough. Sit on the bench, come in cold, and deliver a bullet like that.
1st and 10 from the 34 of Allen. Emmaus already up 14-7. Lots of movement on the line.
Take your pick on that one.
Now you mentioned Frazier. Frazier's sitting on the bench, no warming up. Comes in there and delivers a perfect pass. A little bit to the shoulder side, but a very catchable pass and a first down to move the chains. Matt Ernie checks back into the game. Ernie coming in with that lateral knee bruise. We knew he wasn't seeing as much time on the offensive side of the ball, but very much the big part of the defense.
Yeah, he's been a key part, yeah, and you can see he's a little hobbled back there, but he's going to get his numbers, he's going to get his carries.
1st and 5. And again, more movement. So flag upon flag here with 3:03 on the clock.
Take too much time? Nope. False start. All right, well, they're going to trade penalties. They did it in the first quarter. Now they're going to go back 1st and 10. Joe Baudelaire is not going to like that at all. That's a free down. You get a 1st and 5. They're going to be, you know, this is a team I talk about that's content running the 3.5-yard clouds of dust, and they would have loved to have 3 shots at gaining just 5 yards. They like to chew up the clock and earn their drives, and that's what they've done so far tonight.
Inside 3 to play. Frazier will go to the ground. Here's Carr. Emmaus once again using up a lot of clock after that first down. He gets down to about the 31.
You see that snap? I mean, there's no snap count. He comes up, they snap it. And the Allen coaches aren't real happy. And, you know, they're talking to the officials about this, too. You know, what they're saying, what Kevin Ronalds is saying is defense does not get a chance to set. They're coming, watch this. I mean, they just snap it. I think he wanted a penalty, but, you know, it went. The center has the ball. He snapped it. He moved a little bit, and he got away with it. That's what they were arguing about.
2nd down and 6. Yeah, lots of movement there. They did it again.
Now, that time they did. This is going to go against Emmaus. You see number 70. It's Brian Reese that's going to move. You know, thought it was on 1. The count was 2. Went a little bit too early, so they're going to get that back, that gain back.
Now at the 35-yard line, back and forth we go. 2:02 on the clock. Briscoe on the bench, just waiting in the wings as Frazier comes in. Emmaus still doing a good job of eating the clock. They have the lead 14-7, and they have 3 timeouts left. So clock is not concerned the way they're moving the ball. 2nd and 11. Now they could be in trouble because it's 3rd down and Allen getting a little bit pumped up.
Well, Hakeem Adams led the fans, got him jacked up before that play, and then you're going to see a great play by Matt Hoffman, number 70. See him fight off the block, throws the lineman aside, and comes in and makes a big stop. Now, the running game that had been working so well was put into some trouble there because of the penalties. Now, Emmaus is going to be called upon to probably convert with a pass again on 3rd down like they did earlier.
3rd and 11 from the 35. Brian Frazier trips to the near side, takes some time, knows the rush is coming, and looks like Allen's going to be jumping.
Oh, they're getting anxious. These teams, you can see how important this is. They are really anxious to make some plays, and they're going to get the Canaries for trying to time that blitz. Garmer was coming in from the linebacker spot. I mean, they made contact regardless if they moved or not. Now this is going to make it a much more makeable 3rd down. You see them come in. Lane, that's the 2 linebackers, Lane and Garmer, that are coming in trying to fill those gaps. Well, there's that offside.
You're right, Doug. They're going to move this up, and this makes it a big difference. Now the ball at the 30-yard line, and it's about a 3rd and 6. They're going to probably put a couple of seconds on the clock. They have it at 50. I mean, I think it's going to be about 56, 57, an even minute.
At least once the game's over.
Well, you can see, well, Allen, how anxious they are to come. Now, what that changes, too, is you go from a definite passing down on 3rd and 11 to a 50-50 here, 3rd and 6. And Emmaus is probably going to look to pick these 6 yards up on 2 plays as well, especially with under a minute to go.
And Matt Ernie seems like he comes in the game whenever it's 3rd down and 5 or 3rd down and 6. He's in there for those pass plays or maybe just a little toss out of the backfield.
Yep.
And he's lined up in the slot right now. So 1 minute on the clock, first half. We got a good one. Allen and Emmaus.
Yeah, they're going to wind it. They're going to start it, too.
3rd down and 6. Ball right about the 30. Brian Frazier in at quarterback for Briscoe. And here's Frazier. Timing pass, throws that one, and that is complete to Rob Eck. Eck has got everything that's come his way.
Yes, he goes up again and outfights a defender. Good protection. Look at the pass delivered by Frazier. That's over defender, that's Clay, and he's got Adams coming at him, teeing off from the free safety spot, number 9, and he still looks it into his hands and holds on. Big play, stops the clock out of bounds. Now, if Emmaus was content to run it out, not now. They're in range, they're in striking distance, they're going to try to go for a touchdown. Yeah, and now you see you got Briscoe back in.
Briscoe back in the game. They go to the ground, they have a couple timeouts. Oh, check that.
Here's that
Briscoe's
play.
Going to throw, incomplete. I was full on the play as Briscoe throwing that one to Andrew Morrissey. Incomplete. He had me.
Yeah, and you know what? I said it. They're going to go back to play action. A little bit different because they're closer, and we're going to be fooled again. They're going to go with the play fake to Parr inside. Briscoe's going to come into the picture, and he's looking for Morrissey again. And Morrissey again has a defender beaten, but that's a tough pass to throw on the run with your body to a receiver streaking toward the end zone. That's a great play call, though, to keep that Allen defense thinking a little bit on first down.
Well, there's 22 seconds on the clock. Emmaus with 3 timeouts. 2nd down and 10. Emmaus doing a good job of alternating their quarterbacks here in this one. Briscoe fakes this one to Ernie. Now rolls out. Gets behind a defender. Briscoe is going to run with it. And now they're going to have to call a timeout here with about 11 seconds left.
Well, leave it to a wrestler. Leave it to a wrestler like Lane to get the key takedown because it forces Emmaus. First of all, it keeps him out of the end zone. But Ernie delivers a big one to allow Briscoe. He's looking in the end zone. He's looking for Weeder, who is covered across. Watch the tackle by Lane. He's going to get down low, scoop him up, take him down, keep him in bounds. Big block by Ernie. Athletic ability of Briscoe keeps him away from Tauber. You can see them. There's Lane teeing off. Look at his takedown. Nice, gets underneath and keeps him in bounds and forces Emmaus to take a timeout.
Well, Doug, one chance really for the end zone here, and if you don't get it, likely you're going to go for a field goal. But coming up with points here, and again, you started this drive with about 5 minutes on the clock, and it's been like that all night. Emmaus has had this ball. It's been Allen on defense for 90% of the time.
Yeah. The second kickoff came at 5:09, and I'm sure that the goal, or maybe the objective at the time, was let's see if we can move it and see what happens. Well, seeing what happens is you got a shot here at scoring another touchdown at the 10-yard line.
Briscoe steps back, goes to throw this one, and that one actually is going to be intercepted. So the worst thing that can happen for Emmaus just happened. Hakeem Adams picks that one as they were looking for the corner.
You know, it's Clay, though, that makes this play. If it's Eugene Clay, number 2, and it's the contact on the line if we get a shot. The contact on the line of scrimmage. He's looking for the tight end, and just enough. He's looking that way. He's looking for 89, and that's Klein, Jeff Klein, but it's that contact. If it's Clay that gets the bump and slows him up, it's a timing pattern. You can't blame Briscoe for this because it's a timing pattern. He takes the drop and delivers the ball, and because of the contact at the line by Clay is what holds the receiver up, and it's intercepted. But you're right. That's the worst thing that could happen, and it did.
Well, the touchback, they mark it for Allen at the 20. And the Canaries have to be very, very happy as they take the knee, Bernhardt does, to be down only by 7 here at the half. We're through 2 quarters of play from Emmaus High School. The Emmaus on top of the Allen Canaries by the score of 14-7. We'll come back halftime after this on TV2 Sports.
Hey, Hey, football fans! If you love dealing with a winning team, head to the leader, Kleckner's in Whitehall and Emmaus, featuring GE washers and dryers, GE dishwashers, GE microwaves, GE ranges, GE refrigerators. Plus, Kleckner's features free delivery, backed by their own factory-trained service department. Hurry in for best selection. Make us your last stop and see the savings on new GE appliances at Kleckner's, 2177 MacArthur Road in Whitehall and 575 Chestnut Street in Emmaus.
Let's go get Yakult. You know it's always been the best. Let's go get Yakult for quality that beats the rest. They got cheesesteaks, French fries. The famous Yakult hot dog is known worldwide. Let's go get Yakult. The secret sauce is one of a kind.
Yakko's, an Allentown tradition.
When you look at the numbers, it's easy to see why Scott Chrysler is the Valley's fastest growing Chrysler dealer. With over 100 minivans, 20 Sebring convertibles, and 10 PT Cruisers in stock, no one has a better selection. And Scott is online 24/7, where the perfect car is always at your fingertips. Plus, there's Scott's 25-year history of being the most trusted name in the Valley. For overall value, Scott Chrysler is #1. Visit us on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile or online at scottcars.com.
Online ordering, departmental packaging, desktop delivery, summarized billing. Reasons why businesses choose Stotts & Fatzinger Office Supply for all their office needs.
Being local, we have all the tools that are necessary to be successful in the marketplace. They know that they're going to get the product that they need to run their business more efficiently.
Let Stotts & Fatzinger develop a program to suit your specific needs. Stotts & Fatzinger, exceeding expectations.
Welcome back to the Atlanta Metro halftime show. Today's band is brought to you by Atlanta Metro. Take the bus to school, work, shopping, doctor's visits, and more. Ride the bus all day for just $2. And don't forget, seniors ride free during off-peak hours. So take the bus, and you'll agree that Atlanta Metro is making it easy. And for your halftime enjoyment today, you see the score. Emmaus leading 14-7 over Allen. For our halftime enjoyment, it will be the William Allen High School Marching Band.
I looked at my budget. With the numbers he gave me, I could reduce it. See, I didn't have to go on my I can eliminate more. See, I knew the one I had 3,500 now, so I said,
and especially these pen instrumental musicians who have all introduce the homecoming court. Last week was homecoming at Emmaus. We didn't get a chance for the traditional parade because of the rain.
There comes a time in an athlete's career when he knows he's at his best. It's that moment when victory is at hand and he feels invincible. The level of the game is irrelevant. What matters most is the feeling. And it usually comes inside a Russell Athletic jersey. Bethlehem Sporting Goods and Russell Athletic are a part of nearly every triumphant moment throughout the Lehigh Valley. Choose Russell Athletic and Bethlehem Sporting Goods. A winning tradition starts with us.
The unexpected has happened. You've been injured at work. Your company says they'll be there for you, but your bills continue to grow with each day. Your fate will be in the hands of strangers. Will you be prepared for them? They're prepared for you. Turn to the law firm of Michael J. O'Connor & Associates, your workers' compensation and personal injury lawyers. Michael J. O'Connor & Associates. Let us fight for your rights.
Welcome back to Emmaus High School, 14-7 at the half. Getting ready to get the third quarter underway and take a look. That's the old press box right up there. That's where we're broadcasting from, and that will be changed all next year, the lights and everything else. But first and foremost, let's talk about the R&J Carpet Connection halftime stats with the score 14-7 Emmaus, Doug.
You can see Emmaus doing what they want to do on the ground. 52 rushing yards, holding Allen to 21, doing a good job of keeping Allen contained. Decent numbers for Brusco and Frazier, 5 of 9. The interception, and 7 of 13 for Bernhard. That interception by Bernhard did lead to 7 Emmaus points. 116 yards for Emmaus, 93 passing yards for Allen. That's decent to keep Bernhard under 100 in the first half. Total yards 168 to 114, and no fumbles for either team. Emmaus has got to be pretty happy with those numbers, and obviously with the most important ones leading 14-7. They came out in this first half and established what they wanted to. They ran the football, mixed in a little bit of throwing, and obviously leading 14-7.
Well, let's take a look at some action, and this is with 4:38 left in the first quarter, and that's Sean Parr with a 6-yard touchdown run. That gave Emmaus the lead early, 7-0.
That was that first touchdown, and that was that first drive, and then this is going to be Bernhard throwing over the middle. This is the touchdown to Brantley as he falls into the end zone. But that Emmaus first drive took almost 7 or 8 minutes, and then this is the game leader right now. Emmaus had gone up 14-0 with this one, and there's number 21 Weeder just out fighting the defender for it, and that's what it's been for Emmaus in this first half. They've done a good job of just seemed like they wanted it a little bit more, and it's a big game. Now Allen's got to answer the call.
Yeah, well, we gave the Kraus Dodge trivia question. Let's give the answer. Let's first look at the question. 2 Allen graduates have gone on to play in the NFL and win Super Bowl championships. Who are they, and what NFL team did they do it with? Doug Heater.
Well, I had Nate Hobgood-Chittick. I had that one with the Rams.
Popped him on the screen.
But the other one was Larry Seipel, and the reason being is he did it 72-73 or 73-74. Yes, so he's a little before my time, but
yeah, a little bit before your time. You're about 10 at that time.
Actually, I do remember seeing him play with the Dolphins. They probably beat Minnesota in one of those games. So
Hobgood-Chittick played for the Rams, won it in 99 and 93. Allen grad, North Carolina grad, re-signed with Kansas City this week. 6'3", 296-pound defensive tackle. As you take a look at Mike Briscoe, the quarterback, began his career with the Giants in 1998. 5 NFL seasons with 5 different teams, including the Giants, San Fran, Indianapolis, St. Louis, and Kansas City. 30 games, 1 start for Hobgood-Chittick. For Larry Seipel, the Miami Dolphins, a 63 Allen grab. Halfback and a punter, played college at Kentucky, 12 years in the NFL, all with Miami. He also lost the Super Bowl back in 1972.
That was against the Cowboys. So they won in 73 and 74. They beat Washington. He was part of that perfect team.
Yep.
And they beat the Vikings, too.
Our Kraus Dodge trivia question of the night. 14-7 as we get ready for quarter number 3. Take a look at Joe Baudelaire and his team playing good. Doug, get back to that last play with about 10 seconds left in the half. Everything going your way, man. You're controlling the clock. You're going down. You switch your quarterback. He's playing effective, and all of a sudden the interception. You know, you go into the locker room, and now Allen's fired up, and they're getting the ball first. Emmaus, you know, is going to have to start on defense after, you know, maybe either 3 points or possible another touchdown on the scoreboard.
No, you can't fault the coaching staff for Emmaus by going for it, and you can't fault Brusco because, again, it was a timing pattern. And when he delivered the ball, the contact was made, and Adams was able to step up because of the contact by Clay at the line. But you're right, because Allen now comes out in a very important first drive of the third quarter, trailing by 7, and can make a brand new ball game out of it by coming down the field. They've got a whole 2 quarters to come back and just tie this ball game. So it's going to come down to Allen's offense executing and the Emmaus defense, which has done a good job of containing Berthard, to continue to do the same things. And actually, it'll be interesting because tomorrow morning on WAEB AM 790, myself and Mike Zambelli during our Sports Saturday show will have Coach Kevin Ronalds and quarterback Mike Bernhard on the show tomorrow between 8 and 9. And obviously for us, a much more pleasant morning if they come away with a victory here today. But still, they'll be on tomorrow morning between 8 and 9, so that should be very interesting.
14-7 to score. Biscuzo to kick off. And we are underway third quarter. That's taken by Hakeem Adams. Look out. First play of the game, third quarter, and Hakeem Adams is going to go the length of the way for the touchdown. And Allen within 1, and the crowd and the sideline for the Canaries is going crazy. 87-yard touchdown for Adams. Wow.
Well, they didn't even need to put the offense on the field. We talk about it all season about the skill position players for the Canaries and what they can do, and this is part of it. The special teams won the game last week for Emmaus. They were able to kick 3 successful extra points. Deerf missed 1. And in this one right now for Allen, they came back and answered. We had talked about what Emmaus was able to do against Fernandez on that earlier kickoff. Not that time by Hakeem Adams. That's a huge play to turn the tide.
Michael Minnick with the point after. We take you back to the kickoff at the start of the game, the coin toss, and Allen deferred. They went down early. They get the ball here, third quarter, first play, and they're going to go with the fake. And this is Long. Long goes in. He fumbles the ball, and it's loose. And the ball still, this could be taken by, that's picked up. So Allen decides to fake this one, and it's 14-13. Doug, surprised?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's interesting. They obviously felt like they could exploit something on that fake, but you know what? I mean, Kevin Ronalds knows he's got a lot of time. He's got a lot of time to get in, to get at least another field goal to win this game. But that's a gutsy call. It's a gutsy call when you go for the easy tie. But it is so early, though. I think he obviously saw something on film that they could take advantage of, and he may have sniffed it out.
So Emmaus still leads 14-13. You want to know how long it takes to go 87 yards? Well, how about 12 seconds? And that's in the crowd of people in front of you, too. And that just happened by Hakeem Adams.
Well, now Emmaus got to settle down. I mean, the special teams, they weren't happy that they gave up that touchdown, but now they've got an opportunity with a little bit of life left. You know, the other thing about going for it there is it kind of takes a little bit away from scoring that touchdown. Any momentum that you've built, the emotion goes a little bit away on coming up unsuccessful on that extra point, but still a lot of time for each of these teams to put some more points up. Now I'm taking a lot of time over there, making sure that the same thing doesn't happen to them that happened to the Green Hornets.
Now Viscuso kicked off for the Green Hornets, and Hakeem Adams returned to 87 yards, just underway. Third quarter, senior night here at Emmaus. Green Hornets with a record of 3-4 under first-year coach Joe Baudelaire. Allen under sixth-year head coach Kevin Ronalds with a record of 6-1. They have a huge matchup next week against Bethlehem Catholic, but they're not even thinking that way. We can, because we're up here. This is a huge game really for both teams. And Minnick to kick off. This one's going to go out of bounds.
You know, you wonder if he was told, if you're going to do it, make sure you keep it away from them there. And try to take a look at the sidelines around. They don't seem to be too disappointed. So decent field position, good field position for Emmaus to start. It's Jake DiOrio, tonight's referee. Now, they do have a lot of big ones, and the coach will tell you no matter what, they take one game at a time, but that allows us to look ahead. And Allen with big games, Becca and Deeruff, and that Deeruff game that every year, regardless of records, is always important, is going to be even bigger depending on what happens as the season goes on. And of course, Allen currently sitting second behind Becca and just a little bit ahead of Parkland in the 4A bracket.
Briscoe back in. Quick drop, throws it right on target, and that's Weeder. Well, if it's not Weeder, it's Eck. If it's not Eck, it's Weeder. First down, Emmaus, across midfield.
Yeah, and that slant has been effective. We saw it with Frazier before. This time, Weeder again, far side of the field, underneath. And it's what it does, it stays away from the pass pressure of Allen, and it's such a quick release, and with the outside coverage that the secondary is given, you're going to get that pass. And these quarterbacks, both Frazier and Briscoe, have shown that they can deliver that slant very effectively.
First and 10 from the 47. Green Hornets go to the ground. And that's Parr. Parr gets down to about the 45, gain of 2.
And how big that pass play, that completion on first down is, because it opens the field up a little bit. And this is where Emmaus likes to be, on the opponent's side of the 50-yard line, going back to the first down runs again that they've been doing. And, they went with the ball right before the end of the half, content to run it down, and they made a couple big pass completions, a key fourth down conversion, and they got themselves within striking range.
Second and 8, here's the flag. This one pitched back to Gene Germani. Not much there for Germani. They'll wait for the flag.
He's going to, where they're spotting this, they might lose one, but I think this might go against the Green Hornets and move before the snap of the football. So now Allen, and they're talking to Kareem Adams. Allen's got to decide if they want to take the penalty and give him second down again, because it was a loss of 1 and it would bring up a 3rd and 9, or a second and what would be about 14. Looks like they're going to decline it. Now it's a legal shift, say 2 guys in motion at the same time, or 2 guys moving before the snap of the ball at the same time. And here comes Matt Ernie. You said it, Al, earlier. Key third down conversions he's been in. Here it is again.
10:43 remaining, third quarter. Ball at the 47. Right back near the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 9.5. And here's Briscoe. Has Ernie in front of him. Briscoe gets hit as he throws, and that's incomplete again, looking downfield for Weeder.
Just missed. Look at the pressure they're going to get from Favors, 68. Big Ed Favors coming. That's 303 pounds chasing you down. And boy, he just misses Weeder. And Weeder stretch out and try to make that catch. Good pressure, though, by the defense. Sets up that unsuccessful 3rd down conversion.
Now it brings up 4th down and the first punt of the night for either team.
And either team, I believe 4 touches there apiece, but the last one by Allen was just the knee down.
Briscoe to punt, Fernandez to wait. And this one will roll inside the 10, down to about the 6.5.
And that's another thing that Briscoe provides for you, is that ability to punt the football. And did a good job not only to pin that one inside the 10, but he kicked away from Fernandez, didn't allow Allen to return that one. And we saw what Kareem Adams, or Hakeem Adams, did with it. Then Allen has that ability to bring it back for his score.
Well, as we talk about tide turning or a little momentum switch, first couple drives of the game, Emmaus control the clock. Here they only have the ball for about a minute and 30 seconds.
Good series by the Allen
starts
defense.
from their own 7.
Yep.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. Number 30.
Bernhardt from the 7. Eugene Clay in motion to the far side. They pitch this one back. And nothing there for Hakeem Adams.
Pete Capehart, 53, the left defensive end, makes that play. We haven't seen Allen run an awful lot of offensive plays today, and they haven't run the ball as effectively as they would like, and they try to get Adams in the open on a pitch. The defensive end, Capehart, does a good job to turn it in and then make the tackle.
Loss on the carry by Akeem Adams. Ball inside the 5. He's trying to get the ball out there and see if he can get something to happen. Short pickup.
You know, Allen's offense changes a little bit here because of the fact that they've backed themselves, you know, at the 6-yard line. They don't want to make a mistake and allow Emmaus to turn it over into a touchdown or actually run it back. So a little conservative here. But again, Allen, you know, proved to themselves last week that they do have the ability to run, and they needed to do it there on 1st and 2nd down. And this becomes what's probably a short passing situation.
You know what, though? You know what? This tackle is back like he was with the screen pass.
3rd and 11. For Bernhard, 8:51 on the clock. Bernhard to throw. Here comes the rush, and Bernhard won't escape this one as he's taking him down. Looked like the initial hit, then he came back. In there, one of the guys, Sean Parr. We've seen him offensively, defensively doing the same.
Now the pocket breaks down. Good pressure from the ends coming around immediately. Initial pressure there by number 70, Brian Reese, and then the pocket breaks down. So Parr gets it, and Capehart again. Capehart staying at home, reading the quarterback and staying with him. Stays with him and makes a nice tackle.
Wise standing at his own 45-yard line. Micah Minnick in his end zone. Low snap, here comes the rush. And that one's fumbled, dropped, and recovered right by Wise. Wise right there, and look who's there again, number 9. He's been everywhere, Hakeem Adams.
You got to like the fact that Wise stepped up to make this play, and boy, is he lucky to get this one back. But you got to like that as a special teams coach, that your returner comes up to the football, doesn't allow it to bounce and be content with field position, but you want to see him make that catch next time. But he got back on it, so a big break for Emmaus to recover that fumble.
14-13, Emmaus was on top 14-0. Allen scores touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion to take the lead 15-14. They cannot convert, so they're down by 1, 8:07 on the clock. Emmaus starts from the 38. Briscoe takes the block by Ernie, and Briscoe
Well, they're having trouble as Emmaus of blocking Ed Favors. 68 again is on the pressure, but Briscoe's speed is able to get away from him. And there's again, he's going to keep it. Good coverage in the secondary, so he's going to keep it and tuck it under. That's a great pickup. Emmaus, of course, is going to take that pickup on 1st down.
What about Ernie coming out of that backfield, just blocking, laying some blocks?
He's going to do whatever it takes, and that's what he's done for 4 years here.
Pickup of 7. This is Parr. Parr spins and turns and gets a little closer to that marker.
Another nice job by 54, Matt Levin, the defensive end. He comes off the block. Watch 54, you can see. Fight off the block, throws the lineman aside. He comes underneath. First Adams gets him, who you've been saying is all over the place, and then Levin comes in as well. This Allen defense is really trying to make a big play, knowing that they need to stop Emmaus. It's been that kind of night. The Green Hornets offense has done a good job.
3rd and 1. And Ernie on the carry. And Emmaus here gets the 1st down.
Big head of steam. Ernie in again on 3rd down. Single setback set. Bring 2 tight ends in, and they just blow Allen off the ball enough for Ernie to lower his head, cover the football up, and fall forward for another Emmaus 1st down. Where that 1st down pickup is so crucial for the Green Hornets. They get 7 yards like that. They're content. They know they can take 2 plays to gain the additional 3.
1st and 10. For the 26 and a whistle. Well, I gave that trivia question before, and you know, you wonder where we get all this information. And this information we got from the help of Evan Burian and Football Legends of Pennsylvania. That book sells for $29.95, and it's in bookstores everywhere across the Lehigh Valley. Barnes & Nobles, Borders, Walden Books, A&H Sporting Goods, and Starters Pub, and all different places. Football Legends of Pennsylvania, $29.95 by Evan Burian. It's a great book to have as you take a look at the penalty.
You can see Allen was sniffed right out on that one. They'd been caught a couple times by jumping early. Not that time, and now they leveled it off. They evened it out.
And Doug, you've read that book before or looked through it. There's so much information there, and it's like every player from the Lehigh Valley that's made it to anywhere. And this one again on Emmaus.
Yeah, they got him. Favors, or excuse me, that was Hoffman that jumped across, but they got him again. But you're right, Al. That's a great book. You know, it's a great book for really any generation because You know, the information goes back a long ways. You leaf through it, you don't realize, number one, where some of these players came from, and you also realize that some of them that have been around so long, what they actually did before they became high school coaches or before they retired and had done other things.
Now, you're not in it. You're a legend in your own mind, but you're not in the Pennsylvania in that book. 1st and 20 now as the Emmaus Green Hornets find themselves going backwards and not forwards from the 35. Briscoe pitches it back, reverse. This is Weeder. Nothing there for Weeder. And he was almost looking to pitch it back again to Briscoe. And a great job defensively here by the Allen Canaries.
Yeah, and Matt Levin, 54. Watch Levin if you can see. Watch him stay at home. See him stay at home. There he is. See, he knows where it's coming. Now, Briscoe gets a block on him, but look at Levin just fight him off and make a great play. That's a good play call on 1st down and long like that and try to open it up, but defensed well by the Allen defense.
Second down and 24. Briscoe to throw. Goes sideline. That one bobbled, but into the hands of Kyle Wise. Oh, check that, Rob Eck.
Now that penalty took a little bit out of Emmaus. And now a 3rd down, 2 plays to gain this 1st down. It depends on how much they get here, if they're going to punt or not. But those penalties have really hurt, and you got to circle this particular drive if it comes down to Allen coming back, because Emmaus had things going their way, and 2 false starts put him in a little bit of a hole.
Ball to 31. They go trips far side. 5:11 on the clock. 14-13 Emmaus. Briscoe, low snap, takes it. Has time to throw, looks, has a receiver, and that one's complete, and again it's Eck. So here you mentioned get some now and then go for the 4th. And they're inside the 20.
Well, in a sense, Emmaus runs a pick down there, but it's legal because they bring the underneath receiver and then they open it up. And what Eck does is just find that little area in the zone behind number 22 for Allen. That's Everett, and in front of the deep safety. That was Lane, 32 out there in coverage. Watch that. See, they run Eck underneath. They bring Weeder out, and he just finds an area underneath that zone, and it was Everett 22 underneath. That's a good pattern run and a good play call by Emmaus.
4th down and short 3. Briscoe tries to make the turn. Sees a receiver at the last second. It's Eck. And the question is, does he get here?
Now, the other question was if he was over the line of scrimmage, but I guess not because they didn't call it. That's close. What a play by Briscoe and this Emmaus offense.
Well, they got it.
The line of scrimmage was the 20, and boy, is he close, but nope, he did not cross it, and they got just enough. You know, we talk about how young Briscoe is. Watch him just stay with it. I mean, he was going to tuck it under, and then he sees the receiver, 32 Eck, and he completes it.
Back to action. 4 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock, and one note we want to make now. I saw Deron Braswell, the wide receivers coach, go down to the field, and also the rest of the coaching staff for Emmaus. And the reason is I don't think they have communication from up top to down below, because Deron Braswell's on the sideline looking for new headgear to see what they can do with it. So take a look at the conference standings in the Northampton division. You see Bethlehem Catholic at 7-0 and 4-0. Then Easton and Doug, we talk about Easton and Freedom and Bethlehem Catholic and who's going where and when it comes to the playoffs. We'll take a look at the bottom half of that bracket in just a second. 2nd down and 8. Briscoe spins and turns and will stay about the 8-yard line with 3:32 on the clock. 14-13 Emmaus on top.
Yeah, Emmaus runs that option 2nd time tonight too. Briscoe just enough to run the fake, but with that pass completion gets him in good range here. Makeable 3rd down now. There's that other division. You got Parkland on top. Of course, this is the conference standings, and next year they'll go to the full-blown conference. But, you know, Parkland leading Allen right now in the conference standings, but that position is flip-flop 2 and 3 as far as the district points go. And, of course, Becca leads, and Easton is 4th.
From the 9, 3rd and 6. Briscoe in the option. Pitches it at the last second to Ernie, and Ernie gets trampled over by 3 or 4 defenders.
Now, Eugene Clay makes a great play. They run the option again, 2nd straight play, and they go far side, the long side of the field with the hash. Watch number 2. You see him there, top of your screen, fight off that block, and then comes in, slows up Ernie enough that Gomer's able to finish him off. That's a big defensive series there, 1st and 10, for Allen to do what they did to force Emmaus into kicking his field goal.
31-yard field goal here for Thomas Scuso. Now Briscoe's holding, so anything's possible. This one is up, and it is no good. Looked like may have gone to the left just a little bit.
Now
They look awfully close from this angle.
Well, it goes wide left, and that's where it becomes awfully tough with the shorter style goalpost that we have here. You can see the leg strength of Escuso. He's got 5 field goals successful this season. And when they get it that high from that distance, it's awfully tough to judge, but that one goes left. And credit Allen for doing what they needed to do inside the 20, keeping Emmaus off the scoreboard again.
And Doug, you got to be a little frustrated for Coach Larry. Now things, you know, after you give the kickoff return, the first play of the 3rd quarter to Hakeem Adams for 87 yards, making 14-13 because the 2-point conversion failed. You get a good drive, you start moving, a couple penalties moves you back, but ain't an opportunity to kick a field goal, but they don't get it. So the Canaries will start from the 21. Bernhard's lots of time on the sidelines to think about this one. Quick toss out there, Kareem Adams. We saw Hakeem before, here's Kareem. And Kareem gets taken down at about the 41.5.
Oh, exactly what you said, Al. You know, missed opportunities for Emmaus. They converted on a long 3rd down or 1st and 25. They get in range, and now Allen comes out on one play and has been so successful on this draw. Look at how well they executed. You got Ed Favors in front. You got Hoffman in front, number 70. And look at Adams, Kareem, read off his blocks. And once he gets outside here, look at the speed. Great tackle by Morrissey to slow him up, but that's a big play by Allen. They have executed that screen twice, and it has worked very, very well both times.
Kareem Adams, 5'3", 160 pounds, and he is quick as lightning. 1:40 remaining, 3rd quarter. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on Service Electric TV2 Sports. We've got a good one cooking. Allen down by 1, 14-13. Bernhard has some receivers. In traffic, throws this one, and Briscoe almost takes it. He was looking downfield for Eugene Clay, and he had a hand in his face as he threw that one.
Well, he was looking for Clay on the fly, and he kind of got held up a little bit, did Clay, by Briscoe, and that one's nearly intercepted. Good play fake again, and good time by Bernhard. Got plenty of protection, and he throws this one, but right here is where Clay kind of bumped together with Briscoe, kind of gives up on the pass, and it's nearly turned over.
If they didn't hurry, he's running somewhere.
1:26 in the 3rd. Again from the 42. Brian Long in motion. Has been relatively quiet since the 1st quarter. Bernhard tosses this one to Brantley, and Brantley gets close to midfield to the 49. But again, Bernhard's slow getting up as he continues to get hit.
Well, that was the same pass completion that they scored the touchdown on, but you're right, Bernhard awful slow to get up. He takes a shot again. If they're not getting the sack or knocking it away, they're delivering a shot, and he waits. Brantley falls down. That's a good pickup. Now they got a key 3rd down conversion, but Bernhard again is getting banged and banged and banged all night, and eventually it's going to take its toll, or he's going to answer the bell, and so far he's answered it.
3rd down and 3 from the 49. Long in motion. Bernhard rolls out. Has Long, he's going to be uncovered, but Bernhard takes it himself and gets the 1st down. Good run there. Good look by Bernhard. Both of these quarterbacks really can see the field.
Yeah, and very athletic, and there's a keeper all the way, and he only needs a little bit. He's tackled there. Nice tackle by Hayburn, but just not enough. It's a great run by Bernhard. They know what he can do with the football, and also that option to throw him, but that's a keeper all the way, and he turns it up enough for a 1st down.
First down and 10 from the 46 of Emmaus. Well, Doug, no one out there could see what happened, but they just gave a huge prize basket away. And you've been sitting out there waiting. No one was claiming that. It was sitting by your legs, and you thought you were going to get that one. This is Jason Troxel.
That was moving it
Troxel with a
closer.
big run.
I kept sliding it closer to me and hid it under the table, but it
I
didn't
saw
work.
what you were doing with all those cookies that athletic director Dennis Romella gave us. Being treated fine here by the athletic director.
Nice pitch sweep to Troxel for the last play of the third quarter. And a big run, big conversion by Allen.
14-13, Emmaus.
At Rentschler Chevrolet, we have a complete lineup of Chevrolets. Cavaliers, Malibus, Impalas, Trailblazers, and Tahoes. But we have Silverados, and they are looking good. Regular cabs, extended cabs, four-wheel drive. The most dependable, longest-lasting truck on the market. And at 0% financing, you gotta get one.
That's right, Charlie. The new Silverado just keeps getting better. Great new style, quadra steer, four-wheel drive, 0% financing, and so much more.
You gotta get one at Rentschler Chevrolet.
Welcome back. 14-13, Emmaus over Allen. Good one here from Emmaus High School. Alton Carlo, Doug Heater. Glad you could join us on Service Electric TV2 Sports. And Doug, one thing we mentioned before, the communication problem here for the Green Hornets with their coaching staff, and that has to be a problem when you can't see from above. But this has been a problem. Jason Troxel had a first down, and now he looks for another one. Makes the turn. Troxel with another first down. 2 runs, both to the outside, making it look so easy. And Coach Riles told us before the game that if he gets hot, we'll use him.
Exactly, and watch the shot at the end by Matt Ernie. He delivered a blow. You got to give Troxel credit on this pitch sweep. They're riding the hot hand again. Watch the shot by Ernie. Right there, knocking Troxel out of bounds, but give Troxel credit for seeing Ernie coming. He's undersized when he's facing Matt Ernie. Lowering the shoulder, lowering the head, and trying to gain the additional yardage.
1st and 10 from the 21. Bernhardt. Huge drive here for the Canaries. They have yet to lead in this game. Quick toss, Fernandez. Canaries very much having their way now in the Emmaus defense.
Yeah, they're content picking away at it. Underneath, you see a little shake move by Fernandez, sniffed out well. Ernie on the coverage, playing back. Ernie's there, number 10.